Yeah. How many times I've gotta
Hey everybody, it's Diandra Marie. It is a new year, 2016, and for my first interview of the new year, I'm proud to have Kojo Stone, who is an emerging neo soul artist, and he just released a single called "Prove That." How you doing today?
I'm alright. I'm good.
Good. Why you look so cheesy? How come whenever I introduce someone, it's like they get so cheesy?
Well,
like,
first of all, I'm nervous.
take your coat and stay with us.
I gotta get comfy.
Yeah,
I mean,
get
you got
comfy.
your coat on.
This
This
is
is a part of the
best.
Alf.
Yes.
I was trying to make this a part of the Alf too.
No, not the Alf.
The Alf. Part of the Alf.
Yeah, take that, take that
Absolutely,
Crown
absolutely.
Heights style, let it show.
Absolutely.
So you're from Crown Heights, right?
I'm from Crown
Okay,
Heights.
so
Absolutely.
I'm a Jersey girl.
Yes.
I've never been to Crown Heights. So
Yep.
what was growing up like for you?
I mean, it was regular, like any other hood. Of course, there was violence,
Dang,
but
okay.
it was some gangs. But I mean, for the most part, not to gothic up a little bit to make it all dark and blue. It was fun. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The hood was fun. It was fun. It was love. You know what I mean? Everybody from the hood showed love. It was like I live in a building called Crown Gardens.
Okay.
So it's like a co-op.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a big building. It has like townhouses and it covers the whole block from President to Carroll. So I live on Notion and Carroll.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's just a big building. And it's like a bunch of talented kids.
Oh,
Honestly.
okay.
We all grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those guys, like, you know what I mean, we're all friends, homies, and I call them my brothers too, and it's just like, it's a lot of talented kids in there.
Okay. That's dope. So you grew up around talent. Everybody.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was me and my homies that grew up together that were kind of like the pioneers of that. And of course, they little brothers. I mean, I'm an only child, but like the little homies and stuff like that, they grew up there, a bunch of rappers, a couple of them are singers, you know what I mean? A couple of them do videos, you know what I mean? It's just
so y'all could all work together, basically.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But I mean, through life too, it's just like, you know, different perspectives, and you know, people have their own personal things. You know what I mean? So I'm on my own path. You know, some of my friends are on their own path. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you're naturally a poet. You started out writing poetry.
Yeah.
So, what was like your first poems like? They weren't roses are red, violets are blue, were they?
Shit, I don't even remember.
You don't remember what you used? Okay, well, what did you used to write about?
My first poem. God, I don't remember. My first poem was really about. I wrote a poem called that I can remember.
Okay.
I might be blind, but I can still see with my third eye. And I was 14. When I
That
wrote
sounds
that.
deep.
It was shit. It was
That
pretty
sound
deep.
deep.
It was pretty deep. It was pretty deep. I can't remember it, but I remember me saying the rep repeatedly, like, "Yo, I might be blind, but I can still see with my third eye. I might be blind, but I can still see with my third eye."
That sounds like a song.
And
See?
I mean, yo, listen, I got you on the pub if you
Hello,
with it, man.
hello. Get my cut.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, we all gotta eat.
Hello,
you know
that's what I'm
we in
talking
the
about.
world, so we gotta stick together.
But, I mean, we don't got to get into too much of the poetry
Yeah.
because you went into obviously songwriting and becoming a singer. So what made you want to transition?
So, shit. What made me? I started pretty late, if you want to say, because I started singing at 19.
Okay.
I started really singing at 19, and my boys used to sing a lot, and I wrote a song for him. And then we had this back and forth where he was like, I said something in it, and he was like, "Yo, that kind of like makes it too local," and blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Whatever, nigga. You know what? I'ma sing it."
Okay.
And I sang it, and it felt good. And then the song that made me want to really sing is 5 Steps. So anytime somebody would ask me to sing, because I never consider myself like much of a vocalist.
Okay.
More so just, I wanted to just be known as just the artist itself. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to sing good, and I want
Right.
to, you know, be able to move people with my voice. But I want to perform
Right.
and deliver the message. Whatever message it may be.
Right.
Whether it's, because there's some times that I feel a little ignorant. And I want to talk about, like, slapping some ass and doing nothing. And
Right.
it's just sometimes, like, I feel like when you saturate it, that's when it becomes too much.
Okay, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't expect for people, especially the type of artist I am. I'm not like a microwave artist, especially when it comes to my music.
Okay.
Maybe I can write for somebody else and pop up something or whatever. When it comes to my music, I have to go through experience. I have to, you know what I mean? I'm oven brick, so you have to, I got to be seasoned. I got to be flipped. I got to be spread out, and I got to be put in the oven, and I got to be baked. You know what I mean? And the music will come out, and it will come out like a fresh pizza. You know what I mean? Through that. So, like for me, like you know what I mean? It's all about experience. So there's might be times that I might be talking about like some crazy shit, like you know what I mean? Going to the strip club.
Okay.
Or I might be very, you know what I mean, sexual and talk about my experience through that. Or I might be very political or very, you know what I mean, radical and talk about the experience of what's going on around the world. Or I just might be talking about me.
Right.
Or I might talk about somebody else's experience that I see.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, that's how I've always been when it comes to writing. You know what I mean? So like.
So I'm assuming. I mean, I think it's great that all of your songwriting and messages come from experience.
Yeah,
because you can't really say that for every artist nowadays.
Yeah,
you know, they're just talking about what they should have or what they think they should have.
And most people write for them and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
See, like when I was 17, I didn't know people didn't write for themselves.
What?
You know, when I was 7, that's word to everything. When I was 17, 18, and a little bit of 19. Until I got
a little bit of 19.
I don't even, because that's when I started to like take it seriously and started realizing like getting into the industry and shit. I didn't know niggas ain't write for themselves. I thought they all wrote for themselves.
No.
Like I really thought I didn't know, because like when I would write songs and when people would ask me like, you wrote this?
Yeah.
And I would think to myself like, yeah, I wrote it. Like who else is writing it for me?
Right. I'm
and
thinking
then
it.
People would tell me like, yo, you know, people write for other people, and I was like, you know, like, and I started really getting into it, realizing about like Neo and
oh yeah,
you know what I mean, in the beginning, and Neo and a whole bunch of other people, and I started really doing my research myself and realizing there's so much. First of all, money in writing, and you know what I mean, how lucrative it can be. So it's just like, yo, it's dope.
Right.
So
more money for you.
Well, that too. Yeah. So
I mean, being that you do write, you know, from experience, is there ever a time do you ever get writer's block?
All the time.
So how do you get through that? Like, you just have to keep living life and wait for something to happen?
Keep living life. I don't know. I really don't know the remedy for writer's block. That I can't. I wish I can. If you know, please let me know. I really can't tell you that, because sometimes I will have like a writer's block. Like, see, I'm always writing though. Like, I'm always making melodies in my head.
Okay.
I'll say it like that. I'm always making melodies in my head. It's always like, all the time. So if I wrote down half of the shit that was in my head, like, I would have a big ass, like, a Bible, basically.
Okay.
Some probably wouldn't even make sense. Some probably wouldn't be finished. Some probably would be finished. You know what I mean? But I'm always making melodies. But when it comes to writing, sometimes it just comes.
Okay.
Like, sometimes I won't write, and I'll be walking, I'll make melodies, blah, blah, blah. Or I'll hear a beat or something of matter, and it would just come. Like, I would just write. And it would just write, and I would just write, and I would just write. And then before I know it, the song will be done.
Wow.
And that's it. Like, I never, like, have a situation where I was like, all right, now I got to sit down and write.
Okay.
To me, that's too methodical for my creativity.
Okay.
I feel like I can't be that. Like, it has to come.
Okay, right.
Instead of me sitting down and be like, all right, I got to write this song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's I don't think that's too. I can't do it like that. It would be on the train. It would be while I'm walking. It can be in the house, and I'll be sitting down and the music and playing, and I'll just be like,
keep going and keep going.
Basically.
That's what's up, though. And just talking about writing and performing, last summer solstice, you did a day tour, basically, where you did 7 performances in a day throughout New York. Like, what? First of all, what was you thinking to do 7 different performances. And second of all, what did you do to prepare for something like that?
Definitely a lot of rest. Because, I have a natural, like, raspy kind of voice, and my voice is still growing. I'm still learning my voice. You know what I mean? Like I said, I started at, like, 19, 20. You know what I mean? I'm 20-something now.
You'll have to guess.
Right. 20-something now, but I started at 20. So my voice is still growing, and, I haven't been perfect with it. You know what I mean? I don't always take care of my voice. You know what I mean? I don't smoke cigarettes or nothing like that, but I am pro marijuana. I don't know if I can say that.
Oh, I don't
know if y'all gonna cut that out, but I'm gonna make sure.
I don't think we'll cut it.
We're gonna make that. Clear. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so like that day for me to prepare myself, to get back to the question. That day for me to prepare myself, this is like I did a lot of rest, non-talking. I didn't talk a lot. And then in the day of, I just warmed up my voice, did a lot of vocal practice. My friend Mo Brown, she gave me this remedy that she had. She didn't tell me the remedy, but it's a big tea. You know what I mean? Had a lot of tea for that day, a lot of breathing exercises. It just kind of like did it. I was nervous as shit because sometimes I'm so nervous about my voice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like I'm just very because I don't consider myself, as some people do, the vocalist like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like the singers. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be, but you know what I mean? But when I did it, it was good. By the 5th performance, I knew I can do it.
Okay.
By the 5th, I just had to give my, like, the first 2, maybe 3, it was kind of like, all right, get it together.
Yeah.
By the 4th and the 5th, the energy was alive. Yeah, I can say that. The energy was alive, and the spirit was alive, and it was good. You know what I mean? When you get out your head.
Yeah.
When you realize that you're not singing for yourself, and I'm still learning that.
Right.
When you realize that you're not singing for yourself, and you're singing for the people, this is not for you. These performances are not for you. You know what I'm saying? These are not, because then now that's when it becomes, what's the word? It's kind of just like self-absorbed. Right. Because you're looking for the people to give you something to let you know that you're singing good. Right. Or to let you know that it's good. Instead of you're trying to give them something. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So it's kind of like, and I'm still learning that as we speak too. Like, this is not for me. This is for me to deliver. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not performing to receive it. Because then I think that's when it's not genuine at that point. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm here to perform to give you a message that I've experienced. Wow. Yeah, to give you a message that I experienced.
Well, seeing as you seem like you got it pretty much together as far as the performing mindset. So I'm sure since then you've just done. I know you've done plenty of shows since then. Yeah. So I know I can tell you've grown since then. So you are with an entertainment company, yes, ITIS. Jinx. Jinx, right. ITIS. So can you just tell the people what are the differences with being with an entertainment company as opposed to trying to do everything by yourself?
The support. The support, the help, and having somebody to believe in you. That's a big thing, especially when you're a person like me that be in their head all the freaking time, like about everything. Sometimes you only need just one person to believe in you, just one person to believe in you. You know what I mean? Right. And understand what you have to go through. Right. That's it. Once you have one person to believe in you, it's kind of like, because I was just recently I had a conversation. It was just like, energy cannot be created, nor changed. Right. You know what I mean?
Nor destroyed.
Nor destroyed. Only transferred.
Right.
And you know, with ITIS Entertainment, my manager Jasmine McKay, she believes in me, and not just because I separate Kojo Stone sometimes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She believes in the movement of Kojo Stone and the ITIS. You know what I'm saying? So she believes in what the possibilities could be. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. I feel like when you have somebody who believes in you, and it's not just a label situation where you just like, all right, we're gonna distribute this or whatever, and you give this, us, that, and blah blah blah, and we split and we do it like that. It's this entertainment is somebody who actually believes in me. You know what I mean? And is willing to work and go through the trenches to get where we need to get. And that's a beautiful thing for me.
Well, that's good, and it's definitely beautiful because that single proved that. Oh my gosh,
thank
you. So good. So I mean, for those who didn't get a chance to listen, we'll have the link up and everything. But you know, I like it because I feel it's refreshing to hear a song where, you know, the guy or whoever in the relationship is, I'm not doing anything wrong. You know, I'm taking you places. We're doing things. I'm being a good partner for you. And it's like, you still coming at me. You still think I'm doing things wrong. You still think I'm cheating. It's like, what else can I do to prove that I love you? Like, so what was your inspiration behind that? How did prove that come into fruition?
So I wouldn't say it was a single relationship situation. I feel like it was a lot of different situations. And it doesn't necessarily, in the context of the song, it comes across as a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I can write very direct, but my thought process was way more broader than actually the direct thing. I just understood the direct process of, this is a relationship, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I mean, shoot, this can be from a situation with you and your moms, or you and your aunt, or you and your friend, or whatever the case may be, when you feel like somebody is always kind of like looking for a problem. Somebody's always looking for you to do them wrong. Or they already have a preconceived notion of what they expect, or who they think you are, whatever the case may be, which kind of just, can I say it? Yeah. Kind of just fucks up the situation, period.
I didn't even know what that meant.
Because I feel like I was trying to be articulate better, but it's just like, yo, it kind of just fucks up the situation, period. You know what I mean? Because you're already going into a situation with a negative outlook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, when it comes to how many times I gotta prove that, sometimes it's not all about just kind of like the material things. Just more so, just like, you know what I mean? I'm not really trying to do anything to show you that, like, I'm trying to do you wrong. Or I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yes, I put it in the song in the context of a relationship, a male or female, just relationship that's going hand to hand, you know what I mean? But, shoot, like, for me, that's a very general thing, too. You know
No, I agree with you.
But no matter what it is, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be just a relationship. It's just a very general thing. It's kind of like, yo, some people are so caught up in, I guess to me, like their own demons. And, you know, through experience, what I've learned is just like, yo, your demons are not my demons. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
And people want you to take on their demons. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, you're not blah, 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 whatever the case may be. So that's kind of how proof that came along. It's like I heard a beat, and literally, like I said, with the writing process, it just like, it was just one of those things, and I was just like, how many times I've gotta prove that? It just came.
Oh, I love your voice too. I was gonna compliment you. Like, no, it's very beautifully sung. That was gonna be my next. But I do want to ask you. So, how do you prove that you love someone? And we're talking about like a relationship, not you and your mom. Not you and your friend.
Not you and my friend or my mom to the situation. In a relationship, I mean, I feel like for me to prove that I love you is kind of just being there. I don't know. This is gonna sound. I don't know if it's gonna sound a little vague, but I feel like people know when a person is genuine and disingenuine. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like no matter what, like I said, energy is real.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you choose not to accept a person for their negative ways, or if you choose to accept a person for their negative ways, if somebody's treating you bad and you choose to stay in that situation, you know what I mean? That's a choice.
Right.
I really believe love is a choice.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Love is a choice and love is a sacrifice. I choose to suffer, or I choose to go through whatever situation we're going through for you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good or bad or indifferent.
Right.
And for me, proving that I love you is choosing to deal with it. Period.
Right.
I don't, you know what I mean? Yes, the material things is, I guess, a plus.
Right.
Yes, I can give you flowers. I can give you chocolate. I can give you whatever, a car, money, whatever your heart desires.
I feel like you're almost talking to me. Like, you could give me a car. That would be great. That would be great.
I mean, where the Benz at?
Yeah, right. No.
But I feel like the conversation,
right,
the interaction, the bond, the union. You know what I mean? Us being together in a setting of other people.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like our aura together. You know.
Right.
That I will love you. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff that I gotta prove material-wise is just material-wise.
Right.
But me proving that I love you is our conversation, me listening, us being there. You get what I'm saying? Me supporting.
Right.
Me, you know what I mean? Little things like that. You know what I mean? Me understanding.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people go through emotional problems where you don't. Like, if I was upset about something and I'm taking it out on you, there's choices.
Right.
You can either be upset about it and be like, who the hell are you why are you coming at me like that? Or understand where the emotion is derived from.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But I agree with you, because I think, but even choosing, but I think people don't understand is that when someone understands and listens to you, that's a choice that they're making.
That's a choice, yeah.
So it's
that's
not something that they have to do.
And that's, to me, a part of proving that I love you.
Right.
Because I'm making a choice and understand what you're going to.
Right.
What you're going through.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like, and then I'm learning that too as we speak. I'm still learning how to be discerning in my reaction to understand people's emotions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're human and I'm human.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's a process, but you gotta. It's a process.
No, it is. And speaking of process, Prove That is the first single off of your new self-titled EP, which is gonna be debuting sometime this year.
Yes.
So, since this is your first EP and it's self-titled, what is there like a theme? What can listeners expect from the EP as a whole?
So in the beginning, I really didn't know. But as I write more and more of the songs, it pertains to love.
Okay.
But it pertains to the ego.
Okay.
And how I can explain that is more so. It kind of is like, I mean, we live in a world where I feel like now our generation is more so, it's kind of like, F love, or who can love less, who can show less heart,
exactly,
who can be less emotional,
so I don't have to get played,
or whatever the case may be. So I feel like the EP is more driving to a relationship that two people who actually love each other but are choosing to lead by their ego. Because when you lead by your ego, the ego points the finger.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The ego refuses to accept. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's what is going more so too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know I love you. I know you love me.
Right.
But because of our ego, we choose not to separate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People who are deeply, madly in love are usually people that sometimes that are not in the relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like it's weird like that. You know what I mean? Because of petty emotions. relationship and egos in the relationship that kind of like separates the true power of love. You know what I mean? So Prove That is just more so of the first single of saying like, yo, man, I'm proving that I love you, and he's like, you tripping about
stupid stuff.
So it's about things that are frivolous.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we should be, I'm quoting, we should be going to the top of the creek. We should be rolling some trees. You know what I mean?
From the song.
We should be fucking somewhere and having sex somewhere in the rain. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we should be doing stuff like that. I mean, to me, that's whatever, a very R&B artist type situation, but it can be real.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And that feels good. So, yeah, it's a very ego. It's kind of like I can't find the right words, but
no, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It sounds very again refreshing.
Yeah.
Like if your theme is kind of how is
kind
of have like prove that, then I'm definitely excited, and I know the fans are excited. Is there like a prospective date, maybe a month that we can expect?
Yeah.
Maybe a season.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a couple of months.
Okay. A couple months. Yeah. Oh, so in the near future.
Well, in the near future.
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to say like next winter. I'm like,
next
damn.
Winter,
like next November. I'm
in
like,
a couple
dang.
of months. In a couple
Oh
of
no,
months.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
We'll definitely have to put that on SDRsMarie.com.
Absolutely. Thank
And
you. Appreciate that.
real quick before we close out, you said you're in your head a lot, right? And I know just people are in their heads a lot. Not even if any type of artist, even if they're accountants, doctors, whatever.
Right.
So how do you kind of keep yourself, in check?
For me, it's surrounding myself with positive people. Okay. That sounds very simple and cliche, but like I said, energy is very much transferable, and keeping myself around people who are positive, because for the most part I can be more positive to somebody else than thinking in my head how to keep my, you know what I mean?
Right.
And really, for the most part, is being around those people who believe in you, who understand, and sometimes put the fire in your eyes, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a person that definitely needs that.
Right.
Like, you
Keeps
know what I mean?
Real with you.
Keeps it very, very, very real. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if the truth hurts, you know what I mean? I'm very much appreciate that. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps me going as well. And understanding the process of life. You know what I mean? Because I can decipher a lot in my head. You know what I mean? I like to think I'm pretty smart. And
okay.
But okay.
All right.
I like to think I'm pretty smart, but it's the people that God puts into your life. I see that and I watch that very closely. And when that happens, and you see that these people are genuine, you take that.
Right.
You take that into initiative, and you take that, and you know what I mean. You understand it, and you go with it. You see why these people are in your life.
Right.
You try to understand why these people are in your life. You get what I'm saying? Because bad people are not. When they say bad people, sometimes their intentions are not always bad.
Right.
It's just like I said before. This is your demons.
Right.
People have their own demons. You get what I'm saying? But we take that as a learning experience, as opposed to dealing with people who are a little bit more genuine, or who are at that time in their lives very genuine and happy, where they can understand you and help you. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about energy for me. Okay. That's what keeps me clear.
Good.
It's all about the people.
And you're gonna be clear for your upcoming performances, right? What performances do you have coming up?
So, I mean, shoot, this is all actually going down as we
this
speak.
is happening right now.
Yeah, like
SOBs
emails are coming. Yeah.
On the 16th, on March 16th.
March 16th.
Is what
yes,
time?
You hear. We listen. So we're not going to talk too much details into that because we don't have the full updated stuff. But March 16th, yes. We're going to do SOB Soul Village. I have a show in LI coming up. I got to get the name.
Okay.
It's all through the manager, so I gotta get the information.
We'll get it from her. We'll put it in there. We'll put it in there, right?
We'll type it in, huh?
Yeah, we'll type it in.
We'll type it in. Don't worry about it. Nah, but yeah, I got those shows coming up, and
Okay.
yeah, we just working, man. We just working, and we trying to stay positive and trying to stay focused and respecting the journey. Oh, that's another thing that keeps me good. Besides people and their energy and the good people that are around me, I learned to respect the journey. That's what probably put me in a downfall before.
Okay.
When you don't respect the journey, you kind of like separate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm learning to respect the journey, and that's it.
That's good. So where can we keep up with you? How can if people if people want to follow you?
KojoStone.com. You can get me at KojoStone.com. I'm at Kojo Stone Music.
Okay.
That's my Instagram. Kojo Stone on Facebook. Or just straight up Kojo Stone. You can follow me on Kojo Stone on Facebook. SoundCloud is Kojo Stone. Twitter is Kojo Stone Music. Kojo Stone Music is Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
Kojo Stone regular on Facebook.
Awesome.
SoundCloud Kojo Stone.
Awesome.
You got KojoStone.com. I have my website. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Google Kojo Stone.
Just Google Kojo Stone. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter.
Right,
like him
too.
on Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
Check out his new single, Prove That,
I see
on
this.
SoundCloud. It's
Thank
going to
you.
be lit, and make sure you check him out, his upcoming shows. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But no, so before we head out, I need you to sing for me a little song, okay?
Okay.
All right. No, we'll just a little song.
Acapella?
Just say yes. Just say yes.
No, I'll do it.
I know, but just say yes right now.
Say yes.
No.
Yes.
How many
All right.
times I've gotta
Yep.
prove that. How many times I've gotta prove that? Whoa, how many times I've gotta prove that I love you. You're tripping, no, you might need to back it back. Flipping the fuck out. Do you do gymnastics? Cause this shit is tragic. And I'm not having it, so you make a habit. Turning nothing into something for a reaction. I only find out that you're flirting. You're moving plastic. If you only focus on loving, this can be magic. But you too dramatic. Yeah, you too dramatic. Oh, yeah. How many times I've gotta prove that? Whoa, how many times I've gotta prove that I love you. Prove that I love you. See, you worry about the wrong shit. You worry about the wrong shit. She be pulling up in the whip, blowing kisses while I hit the shift. Then pull at the top of the creek. Relax while we rolling some trees, and I start to make your body scream. Bust it open till we reach our peak. But you rather argue and pick or be bitter about frivolous shit. Or why would you focus on us, but you worried about the next bitch? You worry about the wrong shit. You worry about the wrong shit. If you cannot see the bigger picture, maybe we should just call it quits. Cause how many times I've gotta prove that? Whoa, how many times I've gotta prove that? Oh, prove that I love you. Prove that I love you.
Yes! Get that yes